you see why they write that Nora York is this year's Chanteuse, our own little WWOR-TV stock company right now, coffee clutch time. I promised to show some of the photos of Mr. Dave Alaka and Mr. Jesse Nash. Might do the narrating. What are we seeing first, Jesse?
There we have Debbie Gibson
right
on the telephone for a new album.
She broke in here, you know?
She broke in here.
Okay.
Next we have the Psychedelic Furs from a show they did in 1989.
That's
Michael Jackson from his last tour. Chuck Berry was a classic.
Dave and I go around from one place to the other.
Was Bruce Springsteen?
Bruce Springsteen, the boss. That's the last photo.
One of the last photos of Roy Orbison.
No.
And there's an old timer there, Dizzy Gillespie,
with Mr. Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, he was teaching me how to blow my cheeks up.
With Music Mouth.
And Stevie Ray Vaughan.
I got to tell you that I'm obligated to Jesse Nash for many things, but mainly because he brought the new kids on the block here when they were brand new kids on the block.
And do I see any royalty checks? Did they call me? Did they write?
I think we had a chip in for their car fare.
Where are you kids on the block?
We had a chip in for their car fare.
Kids on the block.
Ladies and
When they were in a Winnebago. When they were driving a Winnebago.
The many fans of Mr. Dave Abramson of East Orange, of radio station.
WFMU, 91.1.
Right. That's the home of...
Dionne Warwick.
And you?
And me.
And those many fans have said to me, Joe, you got to get a sample of what he does in the way of rock and roll equations. What is a rock and roll equation?
Well, they've been going fantastic. I first put out two of these books 2 years ago, and I sold them at See Here, which is a fanzine store down on East 7th Street, and they got picked up nationwide. They're doing fantastic. They were on MTV and all across. The best way is to just show them. Right away. Here we have James Brown plus Sal Mineo equals Michael Jackson. You've heard of new math. These are celebrity math, rock and roll equations. It goes beyond the form of rock and roll. It brings celebrities over to the lowest common denominator. For instance, we have Bruce Springsteen, we just saw a picture of, plus Howdy Doody equals John Cougar Mellencamp. A lot of people really...
Are you getting the gist, Mr. Nash? You getting the gist?
I understand this.
I'm relating.
Now, these guys were on your show last week, which was a great show. Buck Owens times The Residents equals Alabama.
The Residents were on this show last week?
Oh, yeah.
Were they really?
We have Miles Davis divided by Oscar the Grouch equals Johnny Mathis.
Let me pick two names out of the air. Let me pick two names out of the air, can I?
Sure, go right ahead.
For a rock and roll equation?
Yeah.
Doodles Weaver and William Demarest.
El Brendel. You carry the 3, you get El Brendel.
I'm curious, what is Joe Franklin and Billy Crystal?
Steve Allen.
Steve Allen, that's very good.
How about the new kids on the block and Eddie Cantor?
Jesse
Nash.
Nash.
The Barry Boys, of course.
More.
Okay, we got some more. Okay, Diana Ross plus Cousin Minnie Pearl equals Tina Turner. Iggy Pop plus Ray Bolger equals Bob Denver. So a lot of these, you get the gist after. Madonna divided by Zero Mostel equals Ethel Merman. Phil Silvers plus Ozzy Osbourne equals Al Lewis. Little Richard minus Ma Rainey equals Marvin Hamlish. Now, this is a good one. I like this one. Waylon Jennings minus Merle Haggard equals Peter Jennings. Muddy Waters plus Tiny Tim equals Prince. Sammy Hagar plus Harry Von Zell equals Joe Franklin. How'd that get in there?
Do you do this on your radio show, too?
Yes, to do that.
Stay on it. This is funny. And you got a booklet that I showed before?
The rock and roll equations.
Yeah, you're doing fantastic.
And also, as a matter of fact, I'd like to present you with an official WFMU T-shirt. Everybody there is a big fan of yours, and we just love your show. And this is just, here we like to
fantastic. Charlotte, you're going to write about him in one of your columns? Charlotte Chandler is our resident deputy movie critic or drama critic. Charlotte, whatever. You get the flavor here?
I surely do. Well, I haven't done any rock and roll review, but
how about Groucho Marx and, she wrote the famous book on Groucho. Groucho Marx and Chico Marx.
You get Gummo Marx, of course.
Charlotte, review any good movie, any good play. A lot of people want to know what they should go see.
I'm glad I've really got a good one to say a good word for. It's Enemies, a Love Story.
Right.
And it's Paul Mazursky's film. It's based on the Isaac Bashevis Singer novel. And I'm giving it the first Golden Popcorn Box Award, which I'm beginning here on your show. It's a wonderful film.
Have you seen that, Mr. Nash?
Enemy's Love Story, yes, I have. Mr. Patty Chayefsky. Oh, I'm sorry, Paul Mazursky, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Alaka, have you seen
Patty
it?
Yes, I have. I thought it was fantastic
You like it?
myself. Yes, very
He's the
much so.
director.
Yes.
Okay, now, in a movie mood, one of our favorite moments, we play trivia. We try and stump the panel.
Uh-oh.
Right?
What do we win?
Okay.
What's the grand prize?
One
Golden popcorn.
Oh, it's so hard to chew.
One gold-plated matzo ball. No, Mr. Richard Ornstein is our resident triviologist, and he's going to try and stump us. I don't want to see him.
Lucille Ball, portrayed on film, a role created on Broadway by Ethel Merman. Identify the film. This is a tough one.
I can only think of Lucille Ball, who did the part that was created on Broadway by Angela Lansbury in a movie called Mame, right? But I don't know which one that could be.
This one was created by Ethel Merman. Du Barry was a lady.
Right, I remember that.
Who played the title role in the Peter Brooks production of King Lear?
No idea.
Lawrence Olivier?
Paul Schofield.
Give us a tough one.
Here's a real tough one. The song Mona Lisa that was made famous by Nat King Cole and was featured in what 1950s film?
Could it be Captain Carey, something like that?
That's right, Captain Carey USA.
Right, right.
That was with Alan Ladd and
Right.
Wanda Hendricks. Who sang the song "A Pretty Girl Is Like a Melody" in the 1936 film?
It was in the Great Ziegfeld. It was Dennis Morgan's
Right.
lips, but it was Alan Jones.
Very good.
Who sang "A Pretty Girl Is Like a Melody." Let's watch some pretty announcements right now because the time is fleeting away.
I call the line.
We call the line.
I call the line. The intro phone, the originator of voice personal ads since 1987. Call 1-900-999-5100. Thousands of men and women call every day. It's easy to find that special someone with the intro phone. So why be alone? Pick up the phone and dial 1-900-999-5100. Only 95 cents a minute, $1.90 the first minute. Call now.
If you or someone you love take a lot of pills, call now to order a copy of Worst Pills, Best Pills, an invaluable book for older adults that tells you about most of the drugs on the market today.
I'm Dr. Sidney Wolf. For the past 5 years, I've been working with Ralph Nader's Public Citizen, a nonprofit consumer organization, putting together Worst Pills, Best Pills, the book that evaluates 287 of the most commonly used medications, telling you which ones are safer to take, which ones can cause harmful side effects, which combinations can be deadly. We even list over 100 drugs you should never take and safer alternatives which work just as well. So much of what is blamed on old age, memory loss, falls, even death, can be caused by medications.
Call now for your copy of Worst Pills, Best Pills, plus 9 monthly issues of the Health Letter. You'll be billed $19.95 plus $3 shipping and handling. Use your credit card and call 1-800-767-1400.
Each year, nearly 1/5 of the food produced in the United States is lost between the field and the table, yet so many Americans go to bed hungry. For 10 years, Second Harvest National Food Bank Network has collected and distributed billions of pounds of food to those who need it most. This year, more than 200 Second Harvest food banks across the nation will distribute food to nearly 39,000 soup kitchens, church pantries, and senior and daycare centers that serve the needy. Thousands of volunteers make this tremendous effort possible. You too can help. Please call your local Second Harvest Food Bank to volunteer your time and skills and help get food to those who need it. You can make a difference today.
If you or your company can donate food or funds or lend a hand by volunteering, call the Community Food Bank of New Jersey. You can help make a difference. That number is 201-643-FOOD.
If anybody wants a gossip item from Mr. Jesse Nash, we'll get in a second. We'll wish Mr. Abramson good luck with rock and roll equations.
Thank you, Joe. It's been a pleasure being here. Just one more. George Harrison to the third power equals Abe Vigoda.
George Harrison and?
To the third power equals Abe Vigoda.
What radio station again now?
WFMU, listener-supported station, 91.1 East Orange.
He's got a hot item here, right, Jesse?
Oh, yes.
Jesse, one gossip item, anything.
All right, keep your ears out for Van Halen and David Lee Roth. There may be a reunion in sight.
Really?
Yeah. So keep your guitars ready.
I hope your reunion with us, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night. Have a good everything.
pal. Yeah, you. There, pal. Been a lot of rumors floating around about me, and I'm here to tell you it's a bunch of baloney, all right? Call me right now,